Happy Tuesday. I was going to save this for tomorrow, but I just finished day 6 of my prosperity meditation challenge that I'm doing. I'm doing a 40-day prosperity challenge, and I just finished day 6, and it always just like gives me so much energy, and it just makes me feel really, really good once I complete that. So I thought I might as well go ahead and get on here and talk about this now, because it kind of is perfect timing. So I'm just gonna put hi in the comments because Facebook hasn't been letting me see comments, so I'm hoping that it does tonight. But even if it doesn't, that's fine. I'll be able to see things, once I'm done. But whenever you get on here, please say hello. If you watch the replay, meaning that the little live thingy's not up here, then hashtag replay in the comments. Let me know that you're here so I can thank you. So this is not a topic that I have ever talked about on my personal Facebook. I have talked about this before in my VIP group, and just like a little short version history of me and my network marketing journey. I've been in the industry for 3.5 years, and it scared the bejeebus out of me to get on video or to be vulnerable and share myself and share things that I have to offer to others. So I kept myself closed in this little VIP group, which I love, and I don't think I'll ever get rid of because it means so much to me. And I still have my closest customers in there, and I do still talk in there, but I did a live in there. It's probably been 2 years now since I've talked about this in there, actually gone into detail to talk. So whenever you get on here, please say hi. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see comments or not, but I at least won't feel like I'm just talking to myself, watching people, watching the number rise. So it's definitely a topic that I've never talked about here, public Facebook, for everyone to see, but it's important. So I started realizing how powerful it was to be vulnerable when I started in the industry, because look how cute she is combing her hair. Because I started the industry because I needed income to help pay for my holistic healing journey that I was on. So I started sharing why I was on it, what I'm doing to heal, and that's intriguing to people because I don't heal my body through Western medicine. I've been there, done that, did nothing for me. So I heal my body through more Eastern ways of medicine and holistic, natural. So I shared a lot about that. And in that process of me learning to heal my body, I really just got on this huge self-love journey, and I never stopped, ever. And it just keeps spiraling up in the best way possible. So, and I don't even like saying, Valentine's Day and blah, 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 but a lot of people don't like Valentine's Day. My husband got lucky because our anniversary is a week before Valentine's Day, so I don't even care to celebrate Valentine's Day because, our anniversary is right there, and that's so special anyways that I don't really care, but I used to. I used to care about it a lot, and, now I get, it's cliche, it is what it is, but it honestly, it doesn't matter if you're with someone or if you're by yourself. If someone's buying you something special, or if you're buying yourself special for Valentine's Day, whoever it is in your life that's trying to, show you appreciation or show you love, none of that truly matters if you don't love yourself. It literally doesn't matter. And that's kind of a hard pill to swallow for a lot of us, because we don't really want to admit if we love ourselves or not. Some of us might say that we love ourselves because it's, I don't know, sometimes I feel like people use it as a trendy thing to do, or say, but there's really nothing trendy about it. So it's getting into the nitty gritty, and I just want to share with you how my self-love journey started and how I have been able to actually love myself and appreciate myself. And I had always been self-conscious. And I think that I talked like very briefly about this a few weeks ago. I did a video on a Saturday morning talking about positivity on social media. And so I did touch very briefly about, you know, growing up having self-image. Oh, I think yeah, you might need to go see Daddy. Hey, Very. I think she used the bathroom. So we'll let her go. Daddy's gonna come get you. Say hi. There you go. Alright, here she goes. Thank you. Okay, so, I would say that my, self-image, like, I don't even know what I'm trying to say, what I want to call it, like, destructive voices, destructive things that I would say to myself, think about myself, these started at an early age for me, when I was, like, very self-conscious. I mean, definitely before high school, but high school is when I started to actually, like, realize what I was doing to myself. And I think when I graduated, I was probably at, like, the lowest I'd ever weighed in my life because all that I wanted to do was exercise and starve myself. And those are, like, that's just all that I wanted to do because I was so self-conscious, and I felt like if I weighed a certain amount, then that was going to make me happy. And if it wasn't that, then I was going to find another, like, very unhealthy goal to make me happy. And those thoughts, like, those self-destructive thoughts stick with you, and they stay buried inside you until you deal with them, until you learn to let it all go. So I've had years of all of that just shoved down, self-sabotaging, negative thoughts about myself, things that I would just say to myself about me. And it really didn't matter. Like, you know, people would say nice things about me, whether it was, you know, guy friends or girlfriends or my mom, you know, family, but I never felt it. Like, it was so hard for me to grasp any of that because I didn't see it within myself, because I was so focused on being so self-destructive and thinking that I had to look a certain way before I could be happy, before this person would like me, before this person would want to date me, before my friends would, and my friends didn't even judge me like that, okay? That was just all in my head, and I know I can share this, and whether you comment telling me you agree or that you understand or not, like, I know I'm not the only person in this world that has self-sabotaged themselves and spoke so poorly about themselves to where you, like, it affects you. It really, really affects you. So if you are someone, like, that has done this, or maybe you're doing it right now, like, I really want you to just, like, stay with me. So, because there's a light. Like, there is light at the end of the tunnel. I promise you there is so much light out there. And so, you know, that's pretty much, like, how I talk to myself. And then when so 10 years ago, after I ended up in Florida, it was like the same concept. Like, I started getting healthy, eating healthier, started exercising a lot, like a lot. I probably only had 2 days off a week, if that. And again, lost a bunch of weight because to me, I felt like in order for me to be happy, I have to look a certain way. I have to weigh a certain amount. I have to just be this, anything that's not me. That would have made me happy. It literally, looking any way that wasn't me would have made me beyond thrilled. Like, that's what I wanted. Whoever I wasn't is what I wanted. Like, that's how much, and I know, like, saying it out loud, it's probably like, oh, that's a little weird, and it sounds really bad, and I know that. I know that now because I've healed from it, and that's why I'm telling you, if you've been through this, which so many of us do this to ourselves, but what I'm going to show you or tell you on the other side of all of this, it gets so much better. So, I found a gym in Florida that I was obsessed with, and, it's like, it was spiritually based, which I loved, but I went there for the wrong reasons. And I went there because I felt like, again, like I have to look a certain way to get a job. I have to look a certain way for someone to want to date me. I have to look a certain way to, you know, wear the clothes that I want to wear. I have to look a certain way to hang out with these people. I have to look a certain way to wear a bathing suit at the beach. That's how extreme, like, I was up here with myself, okay? But you have to keep in mind that if you are also self-sabotaging yourself, these are thoughts and beliefs that you have had on yourself, like, for years, okay? So, it's been 10 years since I've lived here. These started in high school, the beginning of it, so 15 years, I'll say, just to give myself some grace. That is 15 years worth of just negative self-talk that I did to myself. Nobody did it to me. I did it to me. And that was basic. I felt in my mind like I had to work out. I had to exercise so hardcore to look a certain way in order for me to be happy. Like, that's just how my mindset was. And then I got pregnant with Django, and everyone told me when I was pregnant, or when I got pregnant, they were like, well, you were in such good shape before, like, the baby weight's just going to fall right off of you. It's no big deal. But little did they know how much I had already self-sabotaged myself. Like, I held on to every little thing about myself that I didn't like, and I let it linger. And after Django, I had postpartum so bad, and all that I wanted to do was exercise. And like, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with new moms exercising. I'm not. But I have a completely different view on that category than I do now having a new baby than I did when I had Django. Because I was not in a healthy spot mentally. Like, I just wanted to be even smaller than I was before I got pregnant with him. Like, to me, that's what was going to make me happy. And so, you know, after Django, I just tried everything. Like, you lose more sleep than you normally would having a new baby because that's all that you think about. And I would go to these challenges. I would get up super early. And then it's like, you know, you finally hit your goal, but you're still not happy. You're still not satisfied because there's always something else. There's something else that happened during the day. Maybe it happened in a relationship, friendship, you know, spouse, whatever. There's something that's going to come up, and it's going to, like, it's just going to inflame all of that negativity all over again. And you're going to find something else to obsess with over yourself. And then you're going to work even harder to try to fix that in order to feel like you're happy. And I hope that that makes sense, because it literally will spiral in 1,000 different directions if you don't get a hold of it. And, you know, the thing that really made me start to focus and, like, shift my mindset was when my health literally just gave out on me. And, everything that was going on with my autoimmune, like, it just consumed my body to the point to where I couldn't exercise anymore. I couldn't do the lightweight exercises. I couldn't go on fast-paced walks anymore. Like, my body was done. My joints would just lock up. I would be miserably, like, in so much pain until my joints would loosen up enough for me to just walk back to my house. So it was almost like it was a very big blessing in disguise. I just couldn't see through it. And at first it really bothered me mentally because I hadn't healed from any of the self-sabotage that I'd done to myself for 15 some years. So here I am, all these negative thoughts about myself, and the one thing that kept me kind of feeling sane, which I don't even like saying that, was exercise, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it anymore. So I definitely let it affect me for a hot minute. And at this point, you're literally at a crossroads. You have to decide, are you going to stay miserable? Are you going to let all of that negativity consume your mind to where you are just, like, unbearable to be around, because that's going to affect your relationship with your spouse even more? That's going to affect your relationship with your children. That's going to affect your relationship with your coworkers, your friends, your family members. And they're going to affect people in a way to where they don't want to be around you. No matter how long they've been with you, like, that's just human nature. No one wants to be around negativity like that. And, you know, with the, like, insecurities just comes a bunch of just, ugh, so much unnecessary stuff that we do to ourselves. So basically having my health come to a halt and, excuse me, not being able to do what it was that I thought would make me happy in the long run, having that come to a screeching halt, like, really made me realize, like, what was important. And I had to quickly switch my mindset because I didn't want my husband to be miserable with me. I didn't want my children to have me, like, be a miserable mom. I don't want them to grow up and think back like, man, mom was horrible. Like, she was so miserable. Like, always trying to make her, I don't even know where I would go with that, but that's not what I want for myself, for my family, anything. And that is when my mindset switched and I had to take matters into my own hands. So at this point, I was already starting my holistic healing journey, which is when I started network marketing, because again, holistic healing is not covered by insurance, unfortunately, because that actually heals your body. Pharmaceuticals don't. So insurance obviously isn't going to cover something that's holistic and natural and healing. So it was a lot of money. So I decided to start network marketing as a way to supplement, get supplemental income so I could pay for my journey. And here I am starting to literally heal from the inside out. And the only other thing you can do to put into that is self-love. And sometimes even self-love is such a touchy subject to talk about, because some people think it's one thing, some people think it's another thing. Some people think you have to spend so much money or any money at all to, express love to yourself, and you don't. You guys, this is something that can be as free as you want it, or it can be as expensive as you want it. It is literally whatever makes you happy. Hello, Heather. So I'll use Heather as an example. Something that Heather may want to do for herself might be completely different than what I want to do for myself. She might want to go, I don't know, to some fancy day spa all day, like once a month. Like, maybe that is her, like, ultimate self-care package, self-love, if you will. And maybe it's not to me, so mine is going to look a lot different. Like, but it's little tiny things every single day. To me, self-love is self-acceptance to a core. And so what I started doing every single day was just practicing how I talk to myself. And I went from this place of literally picking out every single part of my body that I didn't like. That's how bad I was with myself. Like anything on my face, my arms, like my arms aren't toned enough. My face isn't small enough. Like anything, you guys, like, and I know I'm not the only one that has been like this in my life, which is why I want to share this, because if you are someone that is struggling with self-image, self-love, self-acceptance, there is so much light that is there waiting for you, and it really is up to you. Like, and I'm telling you, the things that have come through it, I guess I should say, like, little things that I've done for self-love. Obviously, my healing journey was very important to me because I needed my health. I need my health to be here for my children, my husband, myself. Like, I want to be here. And that was obviously expensive. I'm not really a mani-pedi girl, so those aren't really things that I, like, use as self-love for myself. Honestly, it's like the complete opposite, because I hate sitting in a nail salon. Dry brushing my body is a form of self-love. Expressing gratitude is something that I do every single day, and it switches your mindset, you guys. It's scientifically proven that journaling, I'm going to show you because I'm sitting at my desk, journaling every single day switches your mindset, and it helps you think about, like, it helps you realize the negative things that you're saying more, like, quickly. And as soon as something comes up, just switch it. Switch it with something else. Switch it with a positive about yourself, your day, whatever it is that you're struggling with. That's something that has just been really important to me. And self-love can be meditation. It can be doing yoga at home by yourself. It can be taking a bubble bath. Just taking a long shower. It can be brushing your hair. It can be putting on some makeup for the day, because when you look good, you feel good. It can be taking care of your skin. I love skincare. That's just another thing that I do for myself. The most recent thing that I've added to my regimen, if you will, is I am doing a 40-day prosperity challenge. So like I had said when I first hopped on here, I just finished day 6, and that is something I do for myself. Daddy. Very. Oh, okay. So those are all things that are important to me, but I feel like you have to be the one that is in charge of you. You have to be the one that decides. You have to make that decision on whether or not you want to better yourself. Bye, sissy. Okay. So, and really, those are things that another thing that I would do. So a lot of my self-love acts are detoxes that I can do at home, because again, with healing your body, we have so many toxins in us, especially if you have any autoimmune related issues, like your body needs all the extra TLC you can give it. So I do, dry brushing is one of my favorites. Castor oil packs is something that I really like. Castor oil packs is way different than just drinking castor oil, okay? It's 2 different things. I do liver packs because our liver holds like so much. The toxins, hormones. For me, it really helps regulate my hormones to care for my liver more. So castor oil packs, coffee enemas are amazing for your liver. And it can, so a lot of my things, especially now that I have Coco at home too, like my self-love things like are at home for the most part, and going on walks. Like self-love is anything that just makes you happy. Drinking a cup of coffee, drinking a hot cup of tea, eating healthy. I know not everyone likes to eat healthy consistently, but it really, really helps your body just feel good. And when you do this consistently, like, you have to know that this is more than a 30-day process. This is more than a 60-day process, 90, 120 days. It is a lifelong process, you guys. And that is something that we don't give ourselves enough credit for, because you have to think back to me talking to you about how like self-destructive I had been to myself. That was for at least 15 years. Okay? That goes pretty darn deep. So I can't sit here and be like, okay, I did this is probably my 3rd consistent year of doing self-love. I can't say, okay, I've done it for 3 years, I'm good, golden, whatever. Like, no, this is something that you've got to do every single day. You have to make the choice of how you are going to treat yourself, how you are going to let your mind control you, because your mindset is everything. Your mind is so powerful, and that's why I love to express gratitude, because it just puts me in that space of gratitude. I want to be so full of happiness and love and gratitude that it just pours into others. That's what I want others to get from my cup when it's overflowing. I don't want someone to get self-destructive talks and ways about them like that fall out of my cup. That's not what I want. And let me take a minute. That's a lot. I guess yeah, it is. It's a lot. So be gentle with yourselves, and don't think that, okay, for 30 days I'm going to express gratitude, I'm going to journal, I'm going to meditate, I'm going to do these things for 30 days, and if nothing changes, then it's not for me, I'm just going to give up. Like, if you do that, I just can't, because it is a lifelong commitment to yourself. You either want to be better or you don't. And yes, it is hard. Yes, you will have days, you will have weeks, you might even have a month where you fall completely off this self-love wagon, and that's okay. Like, you're allowed to pick yourself back up. And the thing, that I was trying to get with, or am getting to, about how much of a different my mindset is now compared to when I had Django. When I had Django, I was still definitely self-sabotaging the heck out of myself. I didn't care if I just had a baby. I wanted to look like I did when I graduated high school. like yesterday. Did not care. That's the only thing. Like, it consumed my mind to the point to where I felt like I missed out on little things. And I thought about this the other day when I was rocking Coco for one of her naps, and I was just wearing, like, high-waisted leggings and a sports bra because I'm at home. And, when we sit down, we all, I have like a little skin that hangs over my pants. And she grabbed a hold of it when she was sleeping. And it just like it instantly made me feel like, oh, she is holding me. and for that split moment, I'm just like, man, I have truly come so far with how I feel about myself and how much I love myself and how much I accept myself. Because years ago, if baby would have done that to me, I would have been like, oh my gosh, I need to put this baby down. I need to go running. I need to do squats. I need to do sit-ups. I need to just eat lettuce for a week straight. Like, I need to do all the things until I am like this big. And that's not healthy, you guys. Like, no one needs to live like that. And when little things like that happen to me, when Coco grabs my stomach and like can have a handful of it and it gives me a warm, fuzzy feeling, like, that is surreal to me. Like, that is blissful. That is peace. That is love. That is acceptance. And it's an awesome feeling. It is so, it's definitely amazing. So, with all of that being said, if you are someone that struggles with loving yourself, there's no shame in that, okay? I don't want it to seem like there's this, stigma or this, like, I don't know. I don't even know. It's hard. It's so hard for me to like think of bad things because my mind is just not there anymore. Like, I work on my mindset every single day, and it's to the point to where when people say something to me, I talk to my team on a daily basis, and if they say something that's like slightly off, I just flip it. I'm like, yeah, but this is why, or this is what that really means. This is how you can turn it around. This is like, that's just how my mind works now. I don't stay stuck in this lack of mindset anymore. And I've noticed that a lot lately too. With my mindset, I used to, even just within the past few months. So what is this? It's February. Last fall is when I started journaling and expressing gratitude every single day. And my mindset wins from that is just a few months ago. I would stress so bad about money, just finances in general, like to the point where it would just make me feel nauseous. And I'm not anymore because I've switched my mindset enough. I have worked on it, and I work on it every single day to where it's like, I breathe so much easier when I think about money. Like, I just welcome money with open arms. It's such a different outlook to me now that it just flows. It's flowing into my bank account as we speak. It's just there. It's like an energy, like a vibrating energy. It's just there. And that was one of my wins over the weekend. Was it over the weekend or was it Monday? Yesterday was Monday. Sunday, maybe it was Sunday or Monday, one of the other. Sunday. Something had happened, and I thought to myself, man, if this would have happened like 6 months ago, it would have eaten me alive. But instead of receiving that news that, I don't want to call it bad news, but again, 6 months ago, this news would have just eaten me alive. I would have obsessed over it. I would have wondered what I did wrong, what I didn't do enough of. When I found out the news, like, it was honestly, because I work on my mind so much, and this is so, like, meaningful to me, like, I just felt like, okay, like, it is what it is. Like, that's what the universe wanted for me. And that, to me, is a breath of fresh air. That, to me, was energizing. It was powerful. It was energetic. And so I've been having a lot of little things happen like that lately that I'm like, man, my mindset stuff is working. It's truly working. And there's no 30-day magic thing that happens. Sure, you can do a 30-day commitment to something self-development related and really get you going, but you have to do it every single day. Every single day. You don't just get to do it for 30 days and think that you're, fixed or whatever. You put yourself first every day, because if you don't put yourself first and take care of you, take care of your mind, take care of how you feel about yourself, that is how you are going to portray yourself to others. That is how you, like, I know, even for me and my husband, like, before I could fully love myself, I was extremely jealous of everything and everyone. And it wasn't because he made me, feel like I needed to be jealous. It's because of how much I had self-sabotaged myself for years. I had all of these horrible things that I would say about myself and my body and the way that I was and who I was, and I never felt worthy until I started putting myself first. And now I don't care what anyone thinks about me. I don't care what anyone says about me, because I know who I am. And I'm pretty freaking amazing. And I know what I bring to the table. And that's golden, because so many people don't realize that about themselves. And that just falls into why I love having a team with me, because I love to pour into them and remind them like that they are just as magical as the next person. But I'm not going to get into that right now, because I will get so sidetracked. If you watch this, thank you. If you got anything from it, I really hope someone that is watching this or watches it in the future gets something from this. If you need any help getting started with your self-love journey, or if you just need someone to vent to, my inbox is always open. You can always reach out to me, and I would be more than happy to help you and help get you started. So I hope that you have a great night. Happy Tuesday, and I'll talk to you later.